Don't look back there. It's bad back there. It's actually like bad back there. Like, here's the problem. Here's the problem. So often, at least I feel this way, and maybe this isn't the same for everybody, but the night before I have to, or when I have to cut my braids out, like it's the saddest day. Cutting your braids out is like the saddest thing. I don't know. I don't know why. But for some reason, as much as I love my natural hair, I love having braids. And maybe it's because when I was younger, I never got braids. My mom did not let me get braids. So like getting braids now is, I mean, it's my choice. I'm a grown woman. So I'm gonna put, I'm gonna miss them. These were so fun. I just have small knotless. These are just small knotless, right? So I always start at the back when I'm cutting them out. Just cause, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna do like a whole conditioner situation tonight. Cause I'm getting, what am I actually doing? I'm getting, I love doing that. I love doing that. So tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of my big chop. And I cannot believe it's already been 1 whole year. Like, where has the time gone? I mean, I know where the time has gone, but you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Lord, showing y'all my business. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so let's put this up and start cutting these bad boys out. Uh-oh. Doo, doo, doo. There she is. Aren't they just so cute? One of the things that I love about them is that they're just so versatile. You know, it's so easy. Like you wake up in the morning and you're done. So this is the point of no return. You ready? And I gotta be careful because honestly, every time I have to cut lower and lower because my hair keeps growing and growing, which is such a good thing. But anyway, I thought I would invite y'all to come with me as I do it. Oh. Hmm. And I don't have any of those fancy tools. Oh, that came right out. I don't have any of those fancy tools that people use to remove their braids. I cut them out and there they go. I mean, it's inevitable, right? Your braids can't stay in forever. You have to cut your braids out eventually. So this is me doing just that. And I have a full face of makeup on, so I'm also gonna have to deal with that tonight, which is fine. It's fine. The one thing that I really love about when you take your braids out is how much lighter your entire head feels. It's like, ah. Oh my goodness. I'm live on YouTube right now. What's up? They said that you should go live regularly, and I typically like to go live on a Wednesday. It's Worthwhile Wednesday. That's what that looks like coming out. Doop, doop, doop. Worthwhile Wednesday. What have you done today that you felt was worth your while, that was worth your time? Was there anything that you did and you were like, you know what, that was really great. That brought me joy today. So, but I'm excited because tomorrow is a huge moment for me. So I made the decision years ago that I was going to get a big chop. And then I finally went through with it last year, last August 28th to be exact, August 28, 2024. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at that. Like, what? What? Oh, wow. First of all, shout out to Diamond Beauty Solutions for my hair to look and feel so strong and healthy. After having braids, I've had braids for exactly 4 weeks. I usually don't leave them in for more than 4 weeks. The longest I've ever left them in is 7 weeks. And that was like the absolute max. But I'm so impressed with what my own hair is even capable of, you know? Because when you grow up a certain way and you don't, you're not like taught that your hair as it grows from the root of your scalp is beautiful as it is, you start to believe that, and you start, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, I started to believe that my hair had to be straightened, chemically straightened in order to be acceptable. And in the profession that I chose as a news anchor, there was a certain look, and I was fine with that. I accepted that because I knew I had the skill set. I knew I had the talent. I knew I had the gumption. I know my work ethic. So I'm like, I've got y'all beat on all of that. Check, 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 check. But in order to be able to assimilate, which is what I thought I needed to do, I would regularly, and by regularly, I mean every week, get my hair straightened. Every week. Every week. I just gave a TED talk on the power of choosing yourself and strategic selfishness. Like, it is paramount that you practice strategic selfishness when it comes to finding your joy, if that's a goal for you. And that's what my TED Talk is all about, because for so long, even though I don't know if I realized it, actually, I know I didn't. In the moment, I did not realize that I was such a people pleaser. I remember looking at other people like, oof, oof, and that was me too. It was me being a people pleaser. And who is more important for you to please? Think about that. You or somebody else? Yeah, I decided that it was more important to me. Look at that. It was more important to me to be happy with me and who I am and who I'm becoming than it was for me to make other people happy. I'm the only one living. I'm the only one living in this body, and this is my hair growing from my head. So why would I seek other people's approval? I gotta make sure. Let me see. I'm just gonna cut. I usually cut much farther down than I actually need to, just to make sure I don't cut any of my real hair, since, I'm on this natural hair journey. Darling. So, I'm doing that. I'm planning my son's birthday party. It's so funny when you are growing up how time passes versus how when you are a grown-up or you're a parent, how time passes so differently. And I feel like time is going so much more quickly now. It's almost as if someone pressed fast forward. Seriously, someone pressed fast forward and they were just like, bloop, bloop, after college especially. And college went by so fast when I look back. Would you believe that I graduated from college? I hate to say it, 21 years ago. 21 years ago? Like, what is life, right? Yeah, I'm 43. Proudly. I love the life that I'm currently living and the life that I lived up to this point. Unbelievable. So this is exactly, and I've had a couple of trims, but this is exactly 1 year. 1 year of growth. And my hair feels so strong. Feels so strong. Look at that. Like, what? That is 1 year of growth. That's just like the physical manifestation of the growth, right? When I think about like what this natural hair journey has been like for me in this first year, because I have no plans of going back to the creamy crack, as they call it. I have no plans of going back to the creamy crack. I loved my bob. I love that bob, y'all. I loved that bob. I was dedicated to that bob. Dedicated to the upkeep of that bob. Except for when I wasn't. Except for when I was exhausted. I mean, you have to understand, I was working an insane schedule. So Monday through Friday, and sometimes on the weekends, but mostly Monday through Friday, I would get up at 2:30 a.m. Because I had to be camera ready by like 5:45 every day, and perform every day on live television. And I love that job. I adored the team of people who I work with in front of the camera and behind it. And I wanted to be there and I wanted to do whatever it took to maintain that job. And then, life happens. I had a baby. I felt like I was missing out on so much of his life because I was never here in the mornings. So let's rewind. Let's rewind. So I'd get up every day. My alarm went off every day at 2:30. Sometimes if I didn't feel like getting up that early, I would um, get up at 2:45 or at the very latest 3 o'clock, because I always wanted to get like some kind of movement in before I left to start my day. So it could be some yoga, which we have a workout room in my house, which I'm very fortunate to have. But some days I would just, practice meditation and yoga just to kind of get my mind and body ready for the day ahead. And then some days, and then after that, like I had meetings with producers. I had, uh, I had to catch up on anything that happened in entertainment news the night before so that I could be ready that next day or that day on camera. I mean, it was a 24-hour job. Like when you work at an international news organization, you are on 24/7. And what that means is you are expected to know what's happening in the world, what's happening in your specific area of expertise all the time. So, you know how everybody's talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey being engaged, right? And what an international story that is, and how that you're seeing it trending everywhere on all social platforms at the same time, and it's a sustained trend for several days. Well, I mean, it's Taylor Swift, so everybody's gonna be talking about Taylor Swift, and it's been like this fantasy, romantic fantasy of a relationship that we've all watched play out on television, in social media, in the news. And so, like, for instance, today I got to go back to my old job. They called me back in, right? And they asked me to do an entertainment segment. And I was honored, and it felt so good to be back with my old team. I don't miss getting up super early, though, I will tell you that. I got up, what time did I get up yesterday? Oh, I got up yesterday morning or this morning rather, at 3 o'clock. And the thing about it is, I'm out of practice of getting up that early. And when you get up that early, or when you know you have to get up that early and you're out of practice, think about like when you go to the airport, right? Or if you have like a super early flight, and what happens the night before? You don't sleep really well, right? Because you're afraid that you're going to oversleep for that flight. So because I'm out of the practice of getting up super early, and I had been in practice of getting up at 2:30 a.m. for 8.5 years. Insane, I know. I decided like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep early tonight. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I'm not going to sleep early tonight either. But oh, and I still have it. Okay, girl, you did that beat. I mean, it's a basic beat. It's a prime look. That's what I did with my makeup today. I'm so out of the practice of doing my makeup too. I haven't done my makeup every day in a long time. So I wanted to get up extra early this morning to get my makeup done, to practice yoga, to meditate. And that's exactly what I did. So that's why I got up extra early today and I had to be at work at 6:15 this morning. And I beat that time. I mean, I arrived at 6:11. What was so funny though, is I rolled my window down at the security gate. The security guard approaches my car and he says, "Don't you work here?" And I said, "Well, I used to." "Not anymore, brother, not anymore." He's like, "What's your name again?" I said, "Melissa." "Melissa Knowles." I'm like, "That's right." He's like, "Oh, man, it's good to see you again." I'm like, "Thank you. It's good to be seen, brother. It's good to be seen." So, but it was nice to be back with my people. It's been 2.5, almost 3 years since I was laid off. It happened so abruptly. It was a Thursday, and it was right after we'd finished 4 hours of live TV. And as I said, it was so abrupt. But maybe a long time coming. I mean, the news business has changed so much since I was in journalism school. So I just cannot believe how much my hair has grown. I cannot wait. A year from now, can you even imagine? Can you even imagine a year from now? This keeps coming down. I should have put that up better. Let's see. Let's get in a little closer so y'all can see. I already took my earrings off for the night. I think I'm going to go to a super early class in the morning at SoulCycle. Y'all know I'm a SoulCycle nut. I talk about SoulCycle all the time because SoulCycle has legitimately, move my microphone up a little bit. Oh, Lord, showing all my business. Soul Cycle has legitimately changed my life. I mean, yes, it's changed my body. Body, yada, 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 yada. What am I doing? But anyhow, I I love the community of Soul Cycle. I love the people. I love I guess the community is the people, but I love the energy. I love the music. I love the genuine authenticity. It's so pure. It's so pure. It is so nice to be in good company like that with just people who you vibe with and who vibe with you. It is so, so great. I love that. Now that song is in my head. I just cannot believe how much my hair has grown. I'm so proud of it. I'm proud of myself too. I'm proud of myself for having just deciding to go for it and to not allow fear to hold me back. I was so scared last year. Last year at this time, I was having nightmares, waking up in like a cold sweat because I had this nightmare that I was going to wake up and my head was going to be shaped like a peanut. I had this bully in middle school and she used to call me Peanut Head. So I think it was because one time I wore my hair in a ponytail and I guess she didn't like it. She thought it did not look very good. She was like, Melissa knows you're a peanut head. And I was like, yeah. You know, like it really, really hurt my feelings. I didn't fight back or say anything back to her. I don't think. I think I just cried. And I still remember that. Can you believe that? It's funny how you remember like really sad or hard moments. I mean, I remember good things too that happened, but that's a moment that lives rent free in my head of this girl she was like a frenemy, right? She's a frenemy. I have since run into her a couple times, but I mean, she's nice to me now. I mean, it's always in passing, but anyway, and we're grown women now, so who has time for that? But I say all that to say that memory of her calling me Peanut Head hurt me so much that it left a lasting impression to the point where right before deciding to finally go through and getting my big chop and that week of, I remember or having that awful nightmare that oh my goodness, that my head was going to be shaped like a peanut. But as you can see, it is not shaped like a peanut. Yada 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 yada. I don't know why that song is in my head. Why does this keep showing? Ooh. Oh. Look at how I body that. Good. Oh wait, I'm still doing this one. Oh wait, no I'm not. Wait, am I? Wait, oh, hello? I can't believe nobody's here. Wow, nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody. Who can get you what you need? Nobody, baby. And the band keeps playing on. No, 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 no. I think I'm gonna stop this at 30 minutes. Nobody's here. It's just me. Maybe it's too late. And people just don't care about that. Nobody, baby. Maybe people just aren't on tonight. Maybe there's a party I wasn't invited to. Oh, look at that. I am really looking forward to getting my scalp thoroughly cleansed tomorrow. Thoroughly cleansed. Who can your body down? I am just fascinated. Absolutely fascinated. Wow. All this time. Snip, snip. What I'm trying to do is save myself time, honestly, because tomorrow morning I don't want to have the responsibility of taking my braids out, washing my hair, doing all the things I need to do before I go get it done tomorrow. So, yeah. I'm so looking forward to going to see my new hairstylist tomorrow. I found her on the Google, surprise, and it was just, I would say almost instant that we were both like, you, you're my people, right? Like that felt really good. Because finding a new hairstylist, people don't talk about this enough. Finding a new hairstylist who you vibe with, who's also really talented, who also understands you, understands your hair, and is knowledgeable and respects your time, and it's rare. It's rare to find that, and you see so much on social media. At least I've seen a lot, especially on other platforms, where people talking about awful experiences that they've had with stylists, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've had some bad experiences. Don't get me wrong, but I've also had some really good ones, and I'm just so grateful for those experiences, you know? So this is where we are so far. La 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 la. Is that? Look at how I body that. Ain't it? One of the things I love about having natural hair is the ability to wash it and start over if I don't like it, right? Like I'm not worried about it reverting because it is curly. Like my hair is coily and curly and I have multiple textures, and I have gotten to know my hair better in this last year than I've ever known my hair before. And the longer it gets, the more I learn about it, and the more I'm like, girl, why didn't you do this sooner? You deprived yourself of, knowing your curls and your coils, and like now that I do, it's just so liberating. It feels so good to feel so good and to be confident in who I am as I am, as God made me. Feels really good, and I love that. I really love that a lot. La 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 la. Mm-hmm. So I have to take my makeup off and wash my face. I was really proud of myself today for, doing my face and it being pretty on TV. Do y'all want to see what it looked like? Here, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Whoop, whoop. Where is the picture? Oh, this was me. There I am. This was me earlier today. I know, right? I know. Can you tell I'm happy to be there? Can you tell? Does it show? Oh my goodness. How do I turn it off? Okay. Oh, there you go. Learning as I go. Learning as I go. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Temperature is way too high. You need to cut it. Cut it. Whoop, whoop. When people talk about hair goals and like how long they want their hair to get, I don't know if I have a hair goal. Well, I want to just get as big and wild as it wants to be. I love my hair so much, and I want it to just thrive and be healthy. That's it. That's the whole point for me. It's just healthy hair that's happy, and it makes me happy to have healthy hair. That's on. That's on. Got about a little less than 5 minutes left together here. Oops. I guess I could take this mic off because I'm not actually using it right now. This will save me so much time tomorrow when I have to wash my hair after Soul Cycle. And to wash my hair after Soul Cycle tomorrow, and then whoop, and you know, detangle it before I go for my check-in tomorrow. Or my check-in. My 1 year later, oh, look at this, was already coming out. My hair was like, girl, you better cut these braids out. We're sick of being in these braids, girl. You better cut them braids out, girl. I'm looking forward to sleeping tonight. It feels so different when you sleep with braids as opposed to sleeping without your braids. And I love that feeling of like that first night of braids. Like, oof, what? Although, because it's so the opposite of the first night of when you get fresh braids. Even knotless braids, at least I found knotless braids initially are kind of like, you know, they hurt a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do next when it comes to if I'm gonna get braids or not, but I think, I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm gonna do them again in October or like very end of September because I have like some events and it's just easier to know exactly what my hair is gonna look like. Yeah, just a little bit. You want to see the back? Let me show you. Diamond, who does my braids, does such a good job of prepping my natural hair for braids that my hair still feels like very moisturized in here. Like you can see how much new growth there is. You see that? I cannot even, like, how do I have a bob? With my natural hair. She has a bob with her natural hair. Why am I so silly though? Okay, I gotta do something about this. Keep this up. Un momento, por favor. Let me, it feels later than 10:30. My husband loves when I have braids. He also loves my natural hair. I had friends be like, girl, I can't believe you don't cut your hair. What does your man think? I'm like, my man loves me. With hair, without hair. If I shave my head bald, I mean, he'd probably be shocked. But how I wear my hair does not affect how my husband loves me or treats me. He's in love with me, and it is so beautiful to be loved in that way. It really is. It really, really is. Okay, this is probably gonna take me another hour, so I'm just gonna keep going. Thank you for everybody who's watching my natural hair journey, and stay tuned because the next time you see me, my hair's gonna look a lot different. This has been fun. Good night.